Okay,
Maybe like once.
starting stream.
Seems weird. We're gonna miss you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm really
miss you
really
already.
upset.
No.
With that in mind, should there be any kind of discussion about who does the intro? Because I know Matt usually does, or
Yeah, who wants
oh
to
no,
do
Jeff,
that?
since you're here, you do today on the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. But okay.
I don't
Never
have
mind.
anything witty in the chamber.
Well, I'll leave that all up to
Yeah.
you guys. I'm gonna if you're on YouTube, thanks for coming. I am not gonna be here because I haven't seen the movie yet, so I'm gonna bail, but leave these wonderful podcasters to do this podcast.
Wait, there's other podcasters here? Sorry. I thought we were just hanging out. You brought other people in? Get it? The joke is that we're
Everybody
not
in the
wonderful.
chat, no spoilers. Yeah.
I'm not looking at it, but yeah.
Okay, good.
and-
Don't look at it.
Matt, keep an eye off the
Just
chat.
wait, Just wait.
Keep an eye off the chat.
Keep an eye off the chat.
I was just going to YouTube to make sure it was playing, but then I'm gonna close it and not read the chat because I haven't seen nothing. Okay,
He
cool.
ain't seen nothing yet.
All right. Well, you guys are streaming. I'm gonna hit record on Zencaster real quick. Hitting record. I will miss you guys, and I'll probably do some sort of episode in the middle of the week. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh
What's
no!
up?
I'm having that same problem I had the other day.
Yikes.
Which is?
It says I'm running health checks on my computer. Like if you look down at the bottom,
Oh yeah.
it says running health checks. I don't know why it does that. It did it the other day for the first time.
I
But
remember, yeah.
yeah, I thought it might be a fluke, but nope, it's doing it again. So I gotta figure that out. Why is it not? Anyway, so this won't work. I guess I'm gonna create a Zoom. I guess.
Okay. In which case,
There's not like
I
a.
guess
way
how do I
like-
get the video
I'll
recording files from
record
that?
I'll record the Zoom, and I'll record. Yeah, I'll record it in a way that it is possible to do the video, but the audio is the priority. So anyway,
Okay.
I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna hang up on this and call you all on Zoom. All right.
Stick around.
See you in a second.
See y'all in a second. Hey, YouTube. I'm not looking at the chat because I don't want to know nothing. Well, that's not. Okay. I realize it's just a black screen, but I promise they'll be back in just a second. My fiance had her breast cancer surgery today, so I did not get to go see the movie. But I'm here to just make sure they could go live. Bum, bum, bum. Sorry for the complete. Yeah, I guess I can bring in my camera, so at least I'm there when I'm. Hey guys, sorry about the chaos. Oof. I really am feeling so cut off because I'm not looking at the chat because I don't want to know what happened in Fantastic Four, but I feel weird talking to you guys but not being able to see what you're saying back. This is a strange occurrence. Let's see. Let's do the Zoom. Hey.
Howdy.
There he is. Oh, that's not what I meant to click. Zoom meeting. Bam. All right. There they are. And let me just lay this out where I'm not in it, and then y'all will be ready to go. Just leave my empty chair. I'm like Elijah. Just okay. You guys talk.
Everybody that's
Tell the
joining
people.
us on the live stream, thanks for your patience as we figure out the tech issues. And
Yeah.
a big thank you to Matt for helping us figure out, even though hasn't even seen it yet.
I have not. Very upset about it. I'm basically pissed at you guys.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Makes sense to blame.
Especially me.
Yeah.
Most things are my fault.
Yeah, for sure. How are you doing, Jeff? I know you had a bad week.
I'm real pissed off.
Yeah. Whew. I don't
The
know if
times.
you want to talk about that
Yeah.
now, but yeah.
Listen, I used to roll into Canada at 17 with a car full of people, like, hey, or 19 or whatever the drinking age is there. And nobody had a problem. This is where we are now.
It's really disturbing. It really is. It's like the idea that we have
We used to stress coming back, like,
right.
But are you being like denied entry one way or another or something?
I was planning to. Okay, so I had planned a whole Europe trip to
Right.
like go and
Yeah.
check out places that I might want to move to, given the need to Ameriexit eventually soon, whatever. And after what I learned about things or learned about those countries and cities and whatnot, and other events happening here, I was like, that's actually, Europe's not on the table. Europe's a bad idea. Cancel all of that. Vancouver is
Recording
a good
in
idea.
progress.
So Vancouver seemed to be like the best option for us. So I planned a whole thing for us to go to Vancouver for a month. We got a rental car, drove up from LA, got to the border, and they were just like, no, this trip's not genuine. They were scared
Wild.
that I was just going to stay there and not ever go home.
well,
And I'm like, I don't want to do that illegally. Like, I want to first check out this area to see if it's actually where I might want to live, and then go through the proper legal channels.
Yeah. It really makes me it really sickens me, the idea that like we have hurt the reputation of our country to the point that people want to flee to other countries so often that our closest neighbor will no longer allow us kind of free access across the border.
Yeah.
And that like just the idea that like, Jeff, you're you want to possibly live somewhere else. It's like, yeah, that's terrible, man. I feel really bad for you because it just feels it feels like it'd be really claustrophobic almost, like you're just stuck. You're stuck, like there's
Sure,
it's fucking terrible.
it does feel a bit like that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That's really
Thanks for bringing it up. No, it's fine. It's fine.
really terrible.
oh,
All right.
like
I had to talk about
Idaho.
something.
There ain't nobody in Idaho. Idaho's beautiful.
It is.
It is.
It is so beautiful.
Idaho does not have free and easy access to THC, though.
Well, you grow your own. Ain't nobody bothering you out in Idaho.
It's not even legal for medical in Idaho.
No.
Wow.
Oh no. Well, you just grow your own.
There was a
Not endorsing.
there was a shooting recently in Idaho outside of Coeur d'Alene where like it's like a hiking area where like fire department and police were responding to a fire in out in the woods or whatever, and a sniper basically or a couple of snipers just opened fire on them, started shooting people.
Crazy.
It was bullshit. This
nuts.
was like a month ago or so.
I feel like I know what you're talking about. Oh my God. I just watched the trial today. That guy who killed those 4 people in Idaho at the university.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. 4 life sentences. It's not enough. He was a monster, but I'm glad he got it.
Oh, I think I watched a documentary about that.
Yeah. Right at the last moment, he took a plea. I was like,
Bitch.
I wanted the trial. I wanted to see him fry. What a monster.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm out of here.
Bye.
Y'all enjoy yourselves. I think we're
I can only.
I've got video recording. You guys just record audio when you're ready, and I'm gonna turn my mic down and leave. Bye, everybody.
Okay.
Bye, babes.
Y'all
Bye,
enjoy.
Matt.
Text me when you're done.
Okay.
I'll pick you up at the pick you up in front of the mall.
Pick me up in
Thanks,
front of the
Dad.
skate ring at 10:30. Bye.
I'm hanging out with my friends.
I'll be hiding
Text
in
me
the
when you're pulling up so I
bathroom.
can walk to you. I don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want you to come inside.
All right, bye guys.
All right.
Park down the block.
All right. So just before we start recording, especially because we had to pivot to do the Zoom, we'll do the 1, 2, 3 clap just for my
Yeah,
editing
for sure.
purposes. But other than that, I'll take a back seat. I'm just here to facilitate the edit. You all run the show.
We got this.
Yeah. And I guess just, keep in the back of your mind if we go over that 45-minute threshold to pause for an ad.
I will
Nah.
never remember that.
I'll try.
You're
to
not
keep
with
it
the
in
people who are going to remember that.
I
You've
refuse
never
to
been on
remember
just
that.
a me and Jeff. Oh no.
Welcome to chaos.
Yeah,
gonna-
just take it and just
Strap
we're
in.
just gonna have a good
I've
time.
got my markers ready.
Okay, good.
Sure.
We don't need them.
Okay.
What
It
are
all
markers?
stays in.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Fuck it. All right.
So we got to get that out of our system before,
Mhm.
because this was a family film.
That's
That
right.
fucking
that's
ba-
right.
Shut-
The only F
you
words I
shut
want to
your
hear
fucking
are
mouth. We gotta
Fantastic and
start.
Four.
I have a lot to say.
And family.
All right.
Oh,
I'm
family.
gonna hit
Good call.
record. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Jeff,
go
are
ahead
you
and hit
ready for an intro?
Yeah.
An
right,
intro
I'm
and then an
recording.
intro. Double intro.
Double intro. Double intro. Nope.
I am
Okay.
I know
recording.
what you were going for.
Recording. Check. Good waves.
Okay,
Cool.
And all right. So we'll do it twice. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
I'm so good at it now, Jay Scotty.
Today on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Nope.
Marker.
I like
Already.
jumped way ahead of myself in my head. I was too excited.
Tits
All right.
up, Jeff. Get it together.
Yeah, oh my god, it's been so long since I've done one of these. I'm so
No.
sorry.
You got this.
We got it.
Today on the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast, the first family finally has a film. Fantastic Four First Steps. How many F's can I fit into this intro? We are talking about it. Oh, there's so much to say. Oh, that and more after this. Welcome to the Marvel Cinematic Universe podcast. My name is Jeff Randall. I know that you are normally expecting Matthew Carroll, but he is out because reasons. But joining me are these fine people.
I'm Ashley Coffin. Sorry, I don't know what you're doing
Sorry,
with this.
I didn't either. I'm winging it. We've never
Listen,
done
we're
this
having
on
a
a
great
thing
time.
this big before. But
And I'm J. Scotty St. Clair.
we have Ashley and J. Scotty St. Clair. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. We're just gonna have a discussion about the Fantastic Four and this new film. That
Do
is,
you want to start this how we usually do?
do we normally have a no spoiler section, right?
Yeah.
We do.
Okay. It's fantastic.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. That the whole time I'm sitting in my seat watching this and I'm like, this is the best Fantastic Four movie. It's not like there's a
Oh, yeah.
high bar to clear,
Okay.
but like
But we got one.
I was like, they did it. They made a good movie out of the Fantastic Four.
I wasn't expecting the MacGuffin to be a baby. I don't care if that, like, we knew she was pregnant and it felt sideish, but I was like, there's just this baby the whole time to deal
Yeah.
with. I didn't think from the trailers and this and that the baby would be throughout most of the movie, but I guess I should have from trailers that happened after the first one.
Sure.
So not
Yeah.
a spoiler. So bleh.
I liked it a lot, but I can say without going into spoilers, it's been a long time since I've come out of a movie feeling so strongly that I need to watch it again to fully formulate my thoughts.
I felt like that about
because-
Superman.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. It was the best Fantastic Four film we've gotten, but again, that's a low bar there, and I felt like it did so many things well in terms of establishing the Fantastic Four and kind of doing for the Fantastic Four what Homecoming did for Spider-Man in the MCU. Like it was a send-up of all things Spider-Man, and this was a send-up of all things of classic Fantastic Four. So I thought it was really effective in that sense, but I do have some issues. So pacing is a big one for me.
Put
It
down a
was
brain
breakneck
marker.
pacing.
Sorry, put down a brain marker because I want to revisit that that thought in the spoiler section of the
Okay.
similarity to Spider-Man: Homecoming. So
Okay.
No
keep
one's
that in
gonna
mind. We'll
remember.
come back.
That's up to you to remember, Jeff. Don't put that.
Okay,
burden on
fine.
us.
Don't you put that on Scoots.
I thought the effects were amazing. I mean, I don't care about the
Oh
movie.
yeah.
We'll get
Yeah.
to the
Sure.
resume of it all, but I didn't
But
care about it at all.
Scotty, you were
Everybody
saying
looked really.
pacing was breakneck.
I thought it was fine. Oh, I can't
I
wait. We have.
I was actually, yeah. There was like when we were getting towards the final act, I was like, holy cow, this movie is moving along very fast. Like
I didn't feel that way.
okay.
I think it was mostly because like it felt like everything that was shown to me was useful and necessary for like it didn't feel like there was filler. And it may be
Sure.
I think here it is. Here's what in preparation for this film over the past month, I've been just rewatching the other Fantastic Four movies, and I watched that 2015 Travesty.
Oh yeah.
Traskety? No,
You said it right.
no, Traskety because
Trying to do
Trask
the
was
Trank, the Joshua Trank thing.
oh Trankesty, yeah.
Big
You
I watched
tranked
that
it.
absolute trank wreck that was the 2015 film last night, and this one was so much better than that. And and like a lot of what was wrong with that 2015 one was uh, avoided in this one, in my opinion.
Well, I honestly don't think I can go on without spoilers. So is it time? Can we just
Oh,
move?
The
Unless you
last
have
thing
a
I'll
little bit.
say, the last
Sure.
thing I'll say as far as like non-spoilers go is I do want to celebrate the things that I really liked about the movie. So to your point, Ashley, I thought it was visually stunning and dazzling. I really love the retro-futuristic aesthetic and
The aesthetic
Michael
was so
Giacchino's
pretty.
score. What a standout. Like it
good.
was a
So
character unto
good.
itself. I loved that just constant drumming and operatic theme to like drive the otherworldly nature of this other world home. It was great.
Yeah. The thing that I have been just like repeatedly doing since watching it, an hour or so ago, like as soon as we left the theater, I've just been going, Fantastic Four! Just operatic and ridiculous because it's in my head. It's stuck. I want to see this movie again right now.
Oh yeah, me too.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
Shall we do a 3, 2, 1
do-
spoilers?
who's doing
Oh,
the?
you got it.
whatever.
I'll do it. All right, you ready,
Okay.
Jeff?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Fantastic
Sue
Four spoilers.
died. Sue died.
But okay, can I jump right in then? I'm taking the
Yeah.
panel.
Go
How
for it.
it ruined it that they already announced that she was going to be in Doomsday. So I feel like they shot themselves in
Right.
the foot with doing that, and it really messed it up for me because I would have cared more. But I literally turned again. I go, they already announced her in the next one, and I was like, why do that? Because I would have, but also they're not going to do that. But it would have made it so good.
I kind of agree that they did kind of undercut the weight of that of the like pushing herself to the brink of death. They undercut that by having her be announced, or honestly, bringing her back at all undercut it because we could have had the Maker. We could have had like dark Ultimates universe Reed Richards in this guy, and
Sure.
he went dark because he lost Sue. Like absolutely, that would be incredible. And then like
You're not
everything
fitting
he's
that in
doing,
the first movie.
sure, they wouldn't do that immediately, but like they could have.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hear what you're both saying, and I agree with the fact that like there was not a moment that I bought that she was gone for good.
Yeah.
But it really didn't bother me that all that much. I thought it was an
No.
effective character moment. Like I found myself tearing up a little bit, especially when you saw baby Franklin, reaching for his mom and crying. Like that was all really effective for me. But I think the reason that it didn't bother me is because one of the successes of this movie for me was just the way it kind of leaned into like the Silver Age of comics. And like one of the hallmarks of comic books and comic book movies now is that death is never permanent, right? So it's just kind of like I thought they leaned into that trope a little bit. Like it's like, yeah, we're going to use this story beat, we're going to kill off arguably the most important character in this movie, but she's going to come right back. So, and I thought it was a good demonstration of Franklin's powers, because that's really all we got to see of like this, immense power that was teased.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of saw that
That's
where
fair.
when I realized that she was going to be pregnant and the baby was going to be there for more of the movie, knowing the character of Franklin, I was like, okay, so Galactus is coming for him. And it would make sense why, with our first cutscene, which we'll talk about, it all kind of accumulates to that because historically everybody comes for Franklin. So maybe before I'm
Yep.
60, I'll get the saga that I've always dreamed about.
Sure.
Come on, Onslaught. We'll see. But
What was that again?
Onslaught.
Onslaught. Excuse me.
I set it up.
Oh man,
Why make it about the kid
they
when they didn't even introduce them first? So there's obviously plans. There's plans.
Mm.
well. See, I like what they did here, and here I'm gonna tie it back to that, similar to Spider-Man: Homecoming. Like when Spider-Man: Homecoming dropped on us, they didn't retell the whole like, oh, he's a dork with no powers, he gets bitten by a spider, and then things change and whatever. Like they didn't retell that. We all know that story, and we all know the story of the Fantastic Four, so they didn't need to tell that to us again. They
It was
just kind of-
perfect.
they had Mr. Exposition, the TV guy, do all of that
Oh,
for us.
Ted Gilbert.
And then the Ted Gilbert show. And then they let the they let that montage play of like,
Right.
oh, this is all of their past triumphs over the past 4 years. Oh, cool. We now know they've been doing this for 4 years. Great. They're used to their powers. We're done with all the awkward, stupid bullshit. Reed Richards reaching across the hallway to grab toilet paper from the bathroom. Like all of that. Ben's okay with being a rock monster. Like I loved that they did that. He's accepted it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
couldn't help
love
but
that they allowed that to happen, and we just got to see them being the first family.
Yeah, I agree, and that was one of my favorite parts of the movie is how relished and steeped in the traditions of the Fantastic Four it felt. But I couldn't help but think of that line from the trailer too, because I ended up seeing the trailer so many times because I go to the movies so often. But the way that they open that trailer with, "We all know the story, folks. Four
Yep.
brave astronauts go up into space and come back forever changed." And there was a point in the movie where I was like, I kind of wish I didn't know the story as well as I do. And I agree with you that we didn't need an origin, but kind of Ashley, everything you were saying about like knowing that it was going to be Franklin being the MacGuffin just based on the trailers and whatnot. And that was kind of one of my criticisms. As much as I loved the character moments, and particularly like Reed and Sue being real standouts for me and just kind of really bringing those characters from the page to the screen to life for me. The story I thought was surprisingly small and straightforward and a little predictable. And I kind of just felt like they zigged at practically every opportunity where I would have appreciated a few zags here and there, because that's one of the things I learned about the Fantastic Four from the comics. Like they really are, they're these explorers. They get into wacky and wonderful things with their exploits. And I was just missing a little bit of that, I think.
I agree
Sure.
with you because when we got towards the end, I'm like, oh, let me guess, the Silver Surfer's going to come back and stop Galactus. Oh, there she is.
Sure.
It was just like, okay, you knew exactly what was going to happen. So I do agree with you there. I'll give
Yeah,
you
it's-
criticism.
I will have to say though that it was predictable there, but it was still not unwelcome.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
Well, yeah,
The-
at that point,
the
we were
beats that they-
desiring some action because it had
yeah, it's "God, you guys have been talking about this thing and not doing. But like, even if it was a little bit predictable, it executed well. I felt like.
Oh, sure.
Like the only real criticism that I have for it is about the same as the ending of the Twilight Saga. CG babies don't work.
Well, let me tell. So, okay,
CG babies are
I'm
bad.
I'm coming in. I'm jumping in, and I'm going to make a case for CGI baby. Who gives a
Okay.
shit about CGI baby? We're putting all the money into the thing, into everybody else's powers, into how good the Silver Surfer looked. Like everything
Yeah.
else looked so good.
Yeah.
Who cares about like CGI baby is always going to look like it doesn't matter what you do. It's going to look like
Yeah.
CGI baby. Get a
It's
rubber
true.
baby at this point for all I care. But
Accurate.
don't put the
accurate.
money into CGI baby. We get it. It's a baby. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insert any baby.
Did you
here.
see Silver Surfer? She said,
She said,
she said, this
She
is my
looks-
new outfit.
She looked amazing. Yeah.
She looked
and
so
some of the
good. You could see the
effects-
reflection of Johnny in
thing.
her.
The
Yeah.
thing looked so good. And that's
Yes,
where
it
I
did.
care about my money going to. Galactus,
Yeah.
I expected he'd be a little bigger, but it's okay. I think that's every girl, we all
That's
just
what she
expect him to be a little bigger.
Yeah.
But he was big. Not
He
mine.
was huge.
I wasn't impressed, but maybe somebody was.
I loved when they were in Galactus' ship.
That was cool.
The shot of like it's just nothing. It's just nothingness, and then it's like, oh, it's kind of like the Watcher. His eyes light up, and then
So
he
cool.
he leans forward out of the shadow. It's like, oh, this motherfucker's big. Oh, he
He
big.
was so cool.
he big. Like, and then Ralph Ineson did such a great
That voice.
great job.
That voice.
Oh yeah.
Joseph Quinn, I've been, after he got casted in everything after Stranger Things, I was like, well, wait a minute. Has anybody seen anything else he's done besides Eddie Munson and that one scene in Game of Thrones? And,
Sure.
I watched Gladiator 2. That movie was awful, but he was a shining star. So I wasn't as worried. But he still didn't have like the blonde Johnny Storm kind of style I thought fit that character. I'm smitten. He did a great job. Everybody was so good.
He had the classic Johnny Storm impishness. It felt like.
Okay.
Like he was a little snarky, but Johnny Storm's not necessarily an idiot. So like
Right.
the fact that he was like they gave him a thing to do, basically, like here.
He reads about old things too, Jeff.
Yeah, I can reference old things. But
Yeah.
like, go translate this thing and like be the Rosetta Stone.
Oh right.
It was so good. Like it showed that Johnny is not just a hottie on fire.
Right.
I
But
put him in a
just-
little box. No, I
Yeah.
let him out, I guess. Well, when you have Chris Evans be him, it sets a tone.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
for
true. You-
For sure. And I kind of went into the movie with the expectation that Johnny would take a little bit of a back seat. So I was actually pretty surprised that he was given as much as he was. And I thought that the relationship that he had with Silver Surfer, I thought that was going to be more of that between Sue and Silver Surfer's like mothers. I thought they might be relating in that way. So I was actually kind of surprised that it was the Thing I thought took the biggest back seat as far as like the core four go there. But yeah, I was really impressed with Joseph Quinn because he kind of had something to prove to me. I was more on
I
record
agree.
about, I was more vocal about my hesitation about Pedro in the role, but I really was like, to your point, I had not seen Stranger Things. So I kind of went into this. The only thing I've seen him in a couple things. I saw him in A Quiet Place Day One and then Warfare recently, but he's
I
not
like
the main
Warfare. He
characters,
screamed
no.
a lot in Warfare, and that was most of his job.
yeah, for sure. But
'Cause, oh my God.
somebody somewhere, I can't remember where it was, but somebody pointed out to me that how much he looks like a young RDJ, and I haven't been able to unsee it ever since then. So I was like a little worried
Oh,
going
wow.
into it, but
Oh, I don't see it.
I thought he really did. Oh, look at like the Civil War. Look at Tony from Civil War. Look at him side by side.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not there, but I definitely see it. But no, he had some really, really good moments in addition to, proving that he was not all bronze, that he had some brains there. There was one moment when I think it was after his encounter with the Silver Surfer, where like he had kind of been egging Reed on about going back into space for one reason or another, and the his focus on the suits there. But there was a moment where he like looked up into the sky with like this yearning and longing. I was like, yes, that is Johnny Storm from the comics. Well
Yep.
done. You earned your keep with that moment alone.
Yep.
Everybody played the family so well. It was believable. You saw care. I was worried about Pedro myself because I didn't know what to expect. But yeah, no, he brought the heart. But I also liked that they made all of the characters a little tragic. Like they are tragic. And the other
Yeah.
ones didn't have that, going into like why it sucks to be Reed Richards. It sucks to be the smartest man in the world sometimes, and it ruins my relationship sometimes because I can't stop. I can't turn it off.
Yeah.
And
Ugh.
I was understanding what he was saying, but I could also see how it would like mess up. She's like, you said this about the baby. He's like, that's not what I thought. It's what I thought the people saw. I was like, Reed, let me talk for you. I got you in this.
Yeah,
But
sure.
he
Yeah.
wasn't just saying it. And I was like, but I get it. You can't help it putting out the statistics and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You see the world differently when
And-
you're that smart.
And he was
I
like,
can't do math.
it's my job to think of all the bad things so that I can basically head them off, like so that we can
All the tests.
make sure that those things don't happen to us. And she's like, it's not your job. And he's like, okay, yeah, sure, it's not my job, but I can't turn it off. Okay, I'm sorry, it's just who I am. And she's like, and it hurts me sometimes. And then he said the line that made me think of Samwise Gamgee. I don't mean to.
That's really funny.
He did
Uh,
feel like a Tony turned up to 100 because Tony was
Yeah.
just as obsessive, but this was on a different kind
Sure.
of level.
Yeah, and but that's who Reed is. Like he was so true to comics in that way.
They did a great job.
And it hit every character here just absolutely slapped as far as how well they did. And the Sue Storm being, like the world, not necessarily a world leader, but like being the face of the Future Foundation and like the UN conference and like
Well, it makes
and
sense
reaching
because
out like
she debates with everybody. Hey,
she's,
hey,
she's
Namor,
entered
hey, I'm just getting
international
on my side.
relations.
Hey, I'm just Sue. He's like, I don't listen to anyone but Sue. Oh, I love that guy who played Mole Guy.
Oh, and the Mole
oh,
Man.
Paul Walter Hauser. Yeah.
Paul Walter
best.
Hauser.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted a little more of that.
I did too. I did
The
too. and
opening
I
was
have to
so
s-
cool.
The opening was
Oh,
great.
yeah.
The
Yeah. It-
Subterranea. You
it-
got Subterranea.
Yeah. Yeah. I do
Okay.
think the opening sequence was a little montagey, but I had a smile on my face the whole time, so it's hard to be mad at it. But at the mention of Paul Walter Hauser's Harvey Elder, the aka the Mole Man, I gotta say how much I laughed and how great he was when he was on screen, because that was one of the things that surprised me a little bit. The movie was lighthearted, and there was certainly I was smiling a lot, but I wasn't laughing aloud a lot. But I definitely laughed aloud at him, like, make sure you wipe your
Butter me
feet
up.
before. Yeah, butter me up, wipe your feet because it's all dirt down here. But the other moment
Yeah.
that really got me, like with an audible laugh, was when Johnny had the little flame on figure from the cereal box.
Oh my
and
God,
Bing goes to
yeah.
smash it. I was like,
It
that
was
was really
so
good.
good.
Flame on, flame on, flame on. Yeah, we laughed too.
It
Ken
was
kept just being like, "Don't drop the baby." I'm like, "Shh." So much baby.
there was so much baby time in this one. And at one point Leo was like, hold his head. Like, why are you just he can't hold his head up right now. He's a month old.
I will say, I saw this with Katie and another Chris from work, and they're both parents. And Katie was crying the entire time. She was on the
Oh.
fence about Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, and she came out
really?
of there being like, "I absolutely loved everything." She was crying. But she did say Reed was giving CPR wrong, and I trust Katie.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was her
okay.
only note.
was
that
too high on the
CPR.
chest.
Yes, it was too high on the chest.
Yep.
Well, in 828, the sternum is actually located.
Oh, you shut You shut up. You get out of here. That's so funny.
That does remind me a little bit, though, of even though we're talking about Vanessa Kirby and that was a Sue moment there, it does make me think of Reed again and some of his reactions. And I think one of the reactions that was really like
Oh.
in keeping with the Reed from the comics was when they went on the mission to try and negotiate with Galactus, and they see the planet destroyed immediately upon their arrival there. And Johnny's reaction is one that's like so visceral, like it's gone just like that. It was here and it was gone. And then Reed's just like responding with impersonal facts. He's like, yeah, it was 13% bigger than Earth. So think about
Yeah.
that.
So
It's
think,
like,
Wow.
roll that around in
the
your
time,
noggin.
Not the time. or
How
the place,
easy it's
yeah.
gonna be for him to eat Earth.
Like, this doesn't
Like, thanks,
seem like
Reed.
Yeah.
I was like, she's 9.5 months pregnant. Is this really a good idea to go to where you don't know you're going
Right?
and jump
Hmm.
through space?
I'm sure that black holes or not black holes, wormholes and FTL travel are great for in utero bebes.
Totally fine. When they sucked the Silver Surfer through that wormhole or the black hole.
Oh,
That
it was
was
cool.
so
Oh,
cool.
that was such a
It
cool
was
Really
so
cool.
scene.
cool.
That whole sequence was so like when they were like, "We lost her," and I was like, "You
No,
didn't.
you
No, you
didn't.
didn't. Silver Surfer does FTL. Silver Surfer don't give a shit about what you got. Silver Surfer's way better than you." And then she
Yeah.
just showed up. I was like, "Ah!" Like,
Yeah. I mean, you
Ah!
obviously got her when you send her, a bunch of or show her a bunch of records of her family being like, "We miss you and wish you were here."
yeah. Thanks
Broke
for
her
saving
like
us.
1,000 pieces of glass.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
shattered.
One of the things I particularly liked about the black hole sequence with Silver Surfer there as well is because so much of this movie, the visual language was so different than the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But when they were talking about the black hole causing time dilation, it would take her a month. There was that moment where she was getting kind of dragged, and like the audio effects and everything like that reminded me of the first time we saw Ant-Man in the quantum realm, and they talked about time dilation
Oh,
down there,
cool.
like the echoing kind of effect of his voice and whatnot. So I
Oh,
really
yeah.
I appreciated that. Yeah.
Very cool.
I love that they finally gave us actual spaghettification.
Mm.
Did you notice how she and her board were elongating toward the neutron star? That's actual spaghettification.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were talking about Galactus with Reed.
That was I was like,
Oh.
stretch Armstrong, baby. And then he just let him down and he floated down like a little wispy. I was like, oh my
Uh-huh.
God. Is he gonna rip
Basically the
everything out?
same thing.
String cheese, baby.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was cool. The end fight was really cool.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah. I
just-
I did talk about the pacing, but there was surprisingly little action overall, but they really did deliver in that final battle with Galactus. I thought everybody got a moment. I loved Sue using her shields as like a glass to magnify Johnny's flames. I wanted more like
Oh, yeah.
that.
It was
I wanted
cool.
more of the collaboration
She's
between
so
the powers.
powerful.
The teamwork, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that like that we really we get to feast upon because of the time jump. Like because we're not dealing with, 2-week-old Fantastic Four. They're 4 years in.
Yeah. It's
They've
not our
got-
universe.
Yeah, they've got tactics, right? Like they've got team plays that they could run, I keep wanting to reference Luke Cage and Iron Fist, Patty Cake, and the Iron Toss, but they've got a playbook.
They know
right?
what to do.
Right.
They know what to do to help each other.
It
And
felt
then,
like it got a little Snydery when he was just like Zack Snyder, the buildings. And I was like, oh, wait,
Yeah.
this isn't 616. I don't care.
Yeah, this is
Not my
828.
New
We can
York.
destroy as much of New York as we
It
feel
was a
like.
lot of destruction.
It was a lot.
Mm.
And thing running through the columns just to like, I'm just gonna take
Gotta
his
do what you
support
gotta
out from
do.
under him.
Yep.
It was like, oh, ooh,
I-
they're just going for it, huh?
What the beat that I was expecting after that, because as Galactus was falling backwards, not only did he lose his support there, I thought the thing was going to pivot from there and go underneath his foot
Yeah,
and
and
like
push
help him
him.
lose his footing a little bit. And I
Oh.
think the movement of the camera was kind of setting that up, and maybe it was something they had to cut, but I was definitely expecting it. But at the mention of the camera, one of the other things I really want to celebrate Matt Shackman for was I love how he wasn't shy about like acknowledging that the camera was there. There were like a couple of really cool shots where the lens was like collecting all of this like various particulate, and it really just it helped elevate the palpability of some of those sequences and scenes. It was really good
Yeah.
stuff.
It made the neutron star part where they were flying through all the debris a lot more visceral, like
Mhm.
because it's
Mhm.
not just like dust or it's not like a gas cloud that you're flying through, like it's debris, it's like
Mhm.
stuff, so it felt a lot like particles were bouncing off of, like you're driving down a space dirt road basically. Where you've got rocks flying up, like, you're gonna break your windshield if you keep driving in there.
I want to jump back to the plot a little bit more because I really didn't think
course.
the plot of this movie would be. First of all, who told the whole world that Galactus wanted baby Franklin? That was my biggest problem. I'm like, did you guys come back? Because they're like, we know he wants the baby, So I didn't
Yeah.
expect
Yeah.
the plot of this to be the world knows that Galactus won't eat everybody and kill everybody if we just give him this baby. I
Well,
wasn't expecting that to be like the thorough
Reed
story
said
of
that.
this.
Reed told them like as
Did
soon as
he?
they got back. Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
that was like
terrible press conference. It's like we're not
Okay.
prepared for this.
I don't know.
Right?
Maybe I
Like, they
ran
didn't
to, you
agree
know
on
what?
a
Right when they got
story
back was
before
when
getting
I
back.
chose to go to the bathroom because I was like, okay, they just got back to Earth. This is the good time to go. Is that what I missed?
Oh,
What
yeah,
did he
that
say?
that is what
What
you missed.
did
Yeah.
he say, men? Sorry.
So
They basically
He-
got. Yeah,
he walked
go
up to the podium and like everybody is clamoring there, like all the reporters are there waiting, and he's like, we don't have anything prepared. And then they freak out and start asking questions, and somebody's like, one at a time, one at a time, blah, blah, blah. And one person's like, can you detail for us how you defeated Galactus? And he's like, oh, about that, we didn't actually.
What do you mean you didn't?
You didn't? And then Johnny's like, not yet, not yet, not yet.
Okay. God damn it.
And
I always go to the bathroom at the wrong time.
he's like, we tried to negotiate with him, and he wanted our son, and he won't destroy Earth. And we said no, obviously. Obviously, we said no.
We don't
Obviously.
negotiate with terrorists. That's what he should have said.
And then everybody started up with the whole like, but it's one life for versus billions.
Yeah.
Like,
Interesting theme.
Right.
I didn't see it going that way for the story. It was-
Yeah, and what I thought that scene kind of effectively did for me is it showed the contrast between Reed's approach and Sue's approach, because he goes into it intellectually and fumbles it. He's the guy that's good in the lab but not so great with people. He's a great leader with his family, but not so much when it comes to interfacing with the public, or I guess when he's unprepared. When he can be a good spokesman, but when he's unprepared and has to be like off the cuff like that, he's not very good at it. But then you have later in the movie, Sue gets to have this very emotional moment where she goes out and you get to see her emotional intelligence on
Oh,
display.
yeah.
She takes
I
Fraker
thought
out
everyone
there
was,
and
I was
says,
like, Marvel's not
you
going to
know,
do it.
yeah,
We're
I'm
not gonna
not
grab that baby.
sacrificing my son, but I'm also not sacrificing you.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
That
that's
is the right
big
way
thing.
to do it. I
That's-
was like, girl.
That's the
but
big
honestly,
thing that everybody was missing from the first press conference. It's like, you didn't say what you were going to do instead. Like, you
Right.
didn't
if that was
guarantee our
realistic,
safety.
people might have run her over. I don't know. I was like, oh, 836 has got it together a little bit more than I think our country does. Because I feel like I was very nervous for her when she went out there with
Yeah.
that baby.
They rallied so well. It was it kind of made me depressed about our reality a bit more. It's like all the countries working together to build this
Oh
one
my
thing.
God, I know. They
and,
did.
like, that's not going to happen
I was
here.
like, excuse me, can we not put those right in front of the pyramids? That is the last of the ancient world wonders. And you just messed up the view. Like, there's one left. Can we just not put it in front of them? Okay, fine, do whatever you want.
No, you got to put one directly in the middle of Times Square. You got to have one.
We have one ancient wonder left.
Yeah, it's got to go on top of the pyramids of Giza.
Mm.
And actually, we probably need each pyramid to have one so that they link up properly, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Like in Lord of the Rings when they light the beacons and they just
Yeah.
Yeah.
The beacons are lit.
The beacons are lit.
Earth calls for aid.
I did love when Galactus didn't take that step. But also, I was like, are you just like, I'm not a mother, but I was like, you guys just leaving that baby down there? You think that plexiglass is going to save his life? Okay, fine, not a
No,
mother.
he-
You just do
he
whatever you want to
said-
do.
He said it was explosion proof and shock proof
That
and
thing
fire
opened
proof.
up immediately, and that baby crawled right out of there, all over.
Well, no, Galactus was using his power cosmic to just like
Oh, power
open
cosmic.
it and anti-gravity the baby into midair,
There was a lot
just so that he could be like, "You're mine."
She was like, the baby's up there.
I remember in the moment being very concerned for Herbie.
Yes.
I quickly
Yeah.
forgot about it, but Herbie clearly made it to the end of the movie, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Herbie turned off the TV. in
Nobody
the
was
post-credit
worried about
scene.
Cartoon, yeah.
Herbie,
Yeah, okay.
except us.
For a
Right.
second.
But when
I think-
Galactus showed
I
up
think
to
Johnny
get
was
the
worried about
baby,
Herbie.
I would. Well, when he put
Herbert.
his hand through there, I was like, nothing's alive. Nothing. Oh, Herbie. Yeah, no, sorry. Nothing was alive when Galactus grabbed in there. But
Yeah.
I was
Right.
like, oh, the baby and
Everything's dead.
Herbert made it.
I loved that Johnny had like the little bit of like pet fondness for Herbie, because like every time he interacted with Herbie, he gave a little head scratch.
Oh
I
yeah.
do when I
Just like,
walk past my cat.
Yeah, like
Cat.
just scritch scritch. I was like,
We're cool.
that's so cute. That's so freaking cute. I love it. Like I love Johnny. That was one of the things that like
Yeah.
really endeared me to Johnny. Because like if somebody's too much of a showboat, I'm kind of like, okay,
Sure.
I don't really like the character.
No, it was good casting. And I take back all the criticism I might have said in the previous, podcasts that are out there forever for the world. But like,
I take back
great
everything
job,
negative
buddy.
I've been saying about you
Yeah.
in public
Negative. I just wasn't
on
sure.
a podcast of my co-hosts.
Wasn't sure.
Now, I did say that I felt the thing Ben Grimm took a little bit of a back seat, and I maintain
Yeah.
that. But he definitely had some really great moments too. And one of the
Natasha.
ones that really stuck with me is a moment that they showed in the trailer, but I was actually really glad with how it was recontextualized when they find out that she's pregnant, because they have the whole
I
"you're
thought that
late."
Johnny said that,
Well,
right?
that was the thing, yeah, because they definitely used some like ADR in the trailer. Because I remember it sounding weird too. Because in the trailer, it's like "you're late," and then Johnny says "you're late," then Ben repeats it "you're late," and then Johnny says "I just said that." And the way he said "I just said that" always sounded weird to me, and it wasn't in the movie at all. So I like the fact that Ben does not repeat "you're late." He just sits there and observe. He watches Sue's every move.
Yeah,
A
you can
smile
see
starts to
it.
come
Lie
across
to
his
us,
face.
Marvel.
Yeah, and that's what I love, because even though he's the guy with the rocky exterior, he's arguably the one with the most heart. I mean, we talk about Sue being the one with the emotional intelligence, but he really does. He loves his family and he knows his family in and out. So I just love that moment between he and Sue. And I was waiting for him to call her Susie, which he did, and then he
Yep.
did call Reed Stretch. He never said
He
Stretcho, which
said
I was expecting.
stretch.
He did say Stretch, and I was waiting for an old friend from Reed to Ben. I don't think that happened, but it's okay.
It's okay. I'm not gonna.
What about Natasha Lyonne though? Like
She was
basically
so cute. That was the
So
most
cute.
not Natasha Lyonne I've ever heard her talk, which was adorable. She toned it
Yep.
down so much, and that wig was cute on her. But when it was said she was going to be in it, I didn't know exactly, because she sounds like that perfect transatlantic, like New York, like I'm your little, robot person. I thought she was going to
Sure.
be the like nanny or whatever. So it was cute
Sure.
that she was the school teacher.
Well, I was thinking that they were going to give Herbie like an actual voice
It was
and
like
then
beep beep
have
papa.
her be the voice of Herbie.
That's what I thought
Right.
it was going to be too.
And then when it was just bloop, 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 I was like, oh, so we have another Alan Tudyk on our hands, where
Pretty much.
where it's just a non-English speaking character voice actor, and then they had her outside, and I was like, wait, what? Did she?
Well,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, I'm down for
Well,
this.
It was Matthew Wood who was doing the voice of Herbie, he did the voice of General Grievous, if you know, for Star Wars, but I
Oh,
could not
no,
find any
who?
of those vocalizations discernible at all. I was like I was
No,
trying.
I
I was
didn't
like,
hear
can I make
shit.
out anything that he's saying? And I could not. It was just beeps and boops
It
for
was
me.
beeps and boobs.
Yeah, it was.
That was
it
fine.
was
I was
all,
like, oh, you speak beep boop.
it's all
Read.
R2.
That's right.
I mean, they've had
Yeah.
arguably at least 4 years with him, with
Sure.
Herbie.
Yeah.
So they've figured out what he bloops and blorps about.
Sure.
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 I love that. I love that when they're like, "Okay, Herbie, we're going to space. Let's switch out your tape."
Those VHS tapes turned me out. I was like, do you kids know what those are?
Oh,
That used to be
God.
our whole world.
that used to be
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Oh man, it was fun. It was a fun movie.
All right. So let's get to the first. Do you have anything else to say before we start discussing the credit scene?
This
first
kind of leads right into at least the first post-credit scene, but in terms of like other rogues that were teased, I really love some of the name drops that we got, like Mad Thinker. I was really hoping, I was trying to be eagle-eyed, like, is he anywhere in the background? Am I going to see that, like that super pronounced brow anywhere? No. Name drops for Diablo, Puppet Master, the Wizard, Red
They took 'em
Ghost.
all out.
Yeah.
On
Ghost,
that
yeah.
planet. I think
Right.
it was just like, here you guys go. We killed them. Cool,
Yeah.
Marvel.
Did they kill them, or
Thanks.
he said he like set up like a
Oh,
He
no, he was
followed
policing
babysitting them or
them.
something.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I thought he put them
Yeah.
in like Marvel jail.
He was like, "Oh, I've been tracking, some criminal organizations," and then it's like, "Oh, it's a Reed Richards police state is what we've got. Great."
Iron Man 2.
Yep.
Do you see why they're such frenemies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I love that we
I-
got Giganto in that
oh, sure.
opening freaking montage. I was like, they went for Giganto and it was comics accurate. Like
Mm,
that
Yep.
was the comic book cover. It's like,
so
Mhm.
good.
oh my god. And then Galactus coming in and like being amongst all the buildings and the shot, up at his face, that I was like, I know I've got a card, like a variant in Marvel Snap of Galactus in that pose right there.
Yeah,
And him being on the big screen, not at home in the theater,
sure.
made him feel so much larger.
Yeah,
Was
one of the
Galactus
shots
even a
that
being in the last one? Oh, you didn't watch the Miles Teller one. Was he even like a thing, or
uh,
was he like a
I've seen the
powdery?
Miles
Did
Teller
you?
one.
Galactus wasn't in the Miles Teller one.
No.
No, I don't think so. He's not. I don't even think he's mentioned or name
Okay.
dropped or anything.
Was he just a dust thing in
In
He
Rise
was
of
a-
Silver
Purple one?
Surfer, he was like a
Okay.
galactic cloud.
He
Cloud?
was a smoke cloud,
Okay.
basically,
Yeah.
or
Okay.
dust cloud. I don't
Uh,
know. It
That was so
awful.
disappointing.
Yeah,
Uh,
they like the smoke
bugs.
plumes like formed like tendrils that like fed into like holes on the planet. But we don't need to talk about that. We have a better version
Yeah.
to talk about here.
Yeah,
But
we don't have to
uh,
think about those old ones now.
that's right. One of the shots that really sold me on the scale of Galactus was when Ben was getting ready to throw that truck on him right before Johnny lit the fuel on fire.
Yes.
And seeing how small and diminutive the thing looked compared to Galactus, I was like,
The
"Whew,
baby
I'm
didn't
so
do it
glad
for
you
you?
did that shot."
That tiny little speck of peach.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait. I was like, is that the baby?
I loved when Johnny lit the fuel on fire, Galactus was entirely unfazed. Just like, okay,
yeah.
who cares?
He does not
Like,
care.
What is this? Pish posh.
Sue.
It's like I consume chemical reactions for breakfast. You just
Right.
This is an appetizer.
You're simply feeding me.
Mhm.
That sucks though. I kind of feel bad for Galactus because he's like wants the baby to take his place because he's so tired of being stuck having to be hungry all the time. And I get that. That sucks.
Yeah.
You just have
I-
to eat planets.
I love that. I love that about him though, because that makes him more interesting. Like he's serving the role of a cosmic force.
Hates it. Who doesn't hate their job?
Right. He's serving the role as this cosmic force, but like it's not that he's doing this out of like hatred or he's like trying to destroy everything in the universe because there can only be me. There's none of that crap. It's just like I'm hungry all the time and I have to serve this role of consuming. And I would love to not do that. I'm so tired of being hungry. I love that he got to have some backstory, like that whole like I was once like you, so small before the hunger. So I'm like,
I don't want to be big. That sucks.
yeah, I don't want to be that
That's
big.
not
No,
the
thank
power
you.
I want. I don't want to be huge. Like I don't want to be a Titan. That doesn't sound fun.
Yeah.
I
None for
got
me,
the
thanks.
sense that the hunger that he was alluding to was almost like the dull ache of existing in a reality that he wasn't from, because I think Reed mentioned
Older
that
than
like
our
the
reality.
energy signatures that he traced, like this guy
Billions.
is primordial. He precedes our reality, which knowing Galactus's origin from the comics, that is what he is. He's basically the
Yep.
sole survivor from a previous iteration of the universe. So yeah, just the
He
hunger
looked
being like
cracked.
this like just ache of existence and him just wanting to finally rest, like yeah, that really worked for me. And um having read Dan Slott's 2018 run of the Fantastic Four, they had a character in there that was I'm struggling for the character's name, I apologize, but basically she was like the personification of entropy. And I was like, ooh, they're kind of taking elements of her and incorporating it into this version of Galactus, and it really worked for me in that sense. It's not like this is not personal on any level. This is just the way that the universe functions, and I'm just part of it. I'm just serving my purpose here.
Is it just entropy?
I feel like she has a moniker. Like, here, I'll find out.
Well, I was
Marker.
trying to explain Franklin Richards to Ken, and he was like, I don't know who that is. What's his code name? And I was like,
Franklin Richards.
Franklin Richards.
Like, he doesn't have a he has a code universe. Like
What's his secret name? I was like,
he's
ugh.
literally the most powerful being that's ever existed. So
He's
doesn't.
like, you've said that about the past like 6 people in movies. I'm like, I know. He's like, you just said that about Sentry. I was like, I know. Okay.
And he's stronger than Sentry.
Yeah. And he's like, well, then you need to get your scale in order, honey. It's like,
Well,
he wasn't out
mean,
yet. He hasn't premiered. Now he's
Yeah.
here. And he's a
He has
little
now
tiny
premiered.
baby. And he can stop death, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was Franklin that kind of undid God Emperor's Doom or God Emperor Doom's
No spoilers, just in case you don't know what they're gonna do.
stuff.
Shut up.
Well, he didn't undo it. He makes pocket universes. Like
Yeah.
Franklin Richards is crazy
I learned all
powerful.
about pocket universes and Superman. I don't know how they're made, but I learned about them.
Yeah, we're just pivoting hard from multiverse to pocketverse. Like, let's do it.
Okay, we got to start wrapping this up. Let's talk about
Okay.
the cutscene. So
That mid credits, though.
We are actually right at that threshold if we want to pause for an
Oh,
ad break. So maybe we prompt the people that are in the live chat if you want to tag us at Stranded Panda. Was it Stranded? Is it just Stranded Panda on YouTube? Can't remember the exact moniker, but we'll field some of your questions and then we'll dive into these post-credit sequences.
all right, let me set a thing so you can put a marker. Yeah. And we are going to get into that mid-credit scene as soon as we get back from some ads that Galactus has control over.
Does he, though?
It depends on if there's a baby there.
Well, Shala Ball, she picks out the ads for him. She's this algorithm.
Curated.
That's right.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Yeah.
I wanted to say Shalabal the whole time, but I was like uncertain if I was correct. So I was just like Silver Surfer, but it is Shalabal. Okay. Got
Shalabal over here.
Shalabal.
Celia Garner.
It's
like,
important
I
to
will
note.
murder you.
It's important to note that the board is not part of her body.
That's right.
It isn't
separate.
I'd want to know if that came out of her. Did that just come out of her? No, it's a gift.
So you're bored. Is that just like your thing, or is it part of you?
It's pretty freaking cool. When she was lava surfing, bitch.
I was so glad we got the flashback though, because there was that moment where Johnny has the audio files from the other planets on display, and you're basically just seeing audio waves, which, you know, us podcasting, we're very accustomed to seeing those waves.
Yeah.
But I was just like, this is like the least visually interesting way you can do this. You're basically just showing me audio waves. So I was really glad that they transitioned to a flashback. I was like, okay, thank God. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can show me audio waves all day. Like I'll be like, oh, I know what those are. I can't read them.
Right.
Like I my brain doesn't interpret them visually. Shalabal, thank you.
She was great. She made the right choice. And where is she at this point? I guess we don't know. Where did they went into that black hole?
They went to the other side of the universe, the known universe. If we're on one end.
Sounds pretty boring over there. So mid-credit scene. I don't know. I can see how a lot of people would say that this doesn't tie into the Thunderbolts end credit scene, but I think it does, because we were speculating for so long after Thunderbolts that the Fantastic Four's universe was either about to be destroyed and they needed help, or that it was destroyed and they fled here because of that reason. But now, what if the reason is they have to flee here because, just like all these other cosmic and OP beings are coming for Franklin, Dr. Doom's coming for Franklin, and they have to take him to a different universe where they can protect him, and then Dr. Doom's just going to follow right and make it our problem.
Yeah. It's oof. I found myself thinking like, okay, so it's kind of like the Superman space baby stroller.
He was like, "Agoo-loo-loo-loo."
It's like the ship that we saw at the end of the Thunderbolts. Like I was right, it wasn't the same ship that was in the movie.
Okay. Right.
But is that like a life raft situation, or is that
I think they're running.
Did they put Franklin on it and send him away? And
no, I think they're with him and they're running.
The whole family is running.
Hmm.
Okay.
They got to get him out of there.
Or,
Doom
what
is
has
coming.
been speculated quite a bit is that maybe it is Doom on that ship with Franklin. Maybe he's just like absconds with
Oh,
Franklin and takes their
he
ship
stole
that's
them.
capable of
Stole a
multiversal
baby.
travel.
Oh
Yeah.
no. I would steal the robot too to take care of the baby, but then that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm not taking care of that baby.
If you, but well, if you stole the robot to also take care of Franklin, like you can't, like the robot knows that you don't belong, so the robot would be fighting you all the time. Mm,
Yeah, but the robot's programmed probably to protect the baby.
sure. Well, he's 4 at that point, so
I was like, is that what a 4-year-old looked like? I thought they looked like a 2-year-old, not a mother again. But I thought that baby looked very young for
He did look a
4.
little young for 4. He looked, maybe he's very early 4. He looked, I probably would put him around 3.
I was
He's
like, that's a
small.
goo goo ga. Is that maybe they're still goo goo ga at 4? I don't know.
He's little.
I don't talk to a lot of
I
kids.
tried to peep what the book that she went to grab, because like they pivoted from, Herbie suggested
Darwin.
Darwin, yeah. And then she picked up another one, and I could tell it was more juvenile in nature, but I could not make out.
It was
what
fly something, and I can't remember
it
what
did
it
have
was.
fly in there. Yeah, I saw that too. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh no, I'm
I
gonna
wish
have
it
to
was
watch it
Goodnight
again. Oh
Moon.
no.
Yeah. But I had a really difficult time getting a sense if Sue was familiar with this figure clad in green, wearing this mask, because
scared.
she's immediately on the defensive. It's like, hey, somebody's messing with my kid.
Well, no matter
Yeah.
But
what,
does
you're
she
going to
know
be
who he is?
offensive.
Oh,
I
sure.
thought it was
Yeah.
fun that they had the country missing at the UN meetings. I
Yeah.
don't think
Oh,
we
yeah.
brought that up.
Yeah.
That was cool.
We did.
Yeah, they had the Latvian flag up just repeatedly with empty seats under it.
Yeah.
I was
It
like, they
was-
said it. They said the thing.
They said the thing is
said the thing.
Latvian is right there. They're
He's
gonna
right there.
have
He's
him.
not here. He's not here.
He's
So that
he's
does mean he
busy.
exists within within
Yeah.
their universe, I would
Yeah.
assume.
That
So I
that
hope
would-
like it'd be cool if that was, they knew him and kind of stick with the story. I want them to. I want them to like have the track marks, whatever, for the original story without having to get into it too much. Oh, they knew each other from college, or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, Victor, what have you done? Become blah 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 and marry me, Sue. No. Oh, here we go.
No.
Yeah, I'm still on the fence. I think there's a total possibility that even with, some of the hints and the setup that we got in this movie, that come Doomsday, like when we get that reveal, we see RDJ's face. And I think there could be like the Fantastic Four going, "Oh, you're not the Doom that we're used to. The Doom we're used to is a total goofball. Like, you're an actual threat." Um,
Yeah. Oh
So-
yeah.
That
so-
would be funny.
I don't know. We'll
I-
see.
Oh, is
I couldn't
this-
help but notice, he had the mask in his hand, and I'm like, every time we've seen RDJ as Doom so far, the mask has been in the hand, not on the face. And I'm like, okay, if you didn't want to show RDJ, you could have showed him with the mask on his face at the very least, because I'm just really getting the sense this is not going to be a version of Doom that spends a lot of time wearing that mask, unfortunately.
I don't know if that will hinder or help. It just depends
Yeah.
on we know RDJ, he's now an Oscar-winning actor, and I want to
Right.
see him bring it out. Make me believe that you're not Tony Stark. That's all I want. That's all I want.
Mm-hmm.
He did a good
Mhm.
job in Oppenheimer, and I feel like that was the first movie
Right.
in a long time where he wasn't just himself as Tony Stark, because he kind of has taken over that persona as a person,
Yeah.
which I would totally too, because he based it off more of himself. But if you're going
Yeah.
to be this character, I need you to bring out those acting chops that I know you have and prove me maybe wrong, because I'm not
Yeah.
against you, but I'm not there yet.
The Sherlock movies that he was in were very like, oh, this is Tony Stark as Sherlock Holmes. Great.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, I think there is an argument to be made that like between his appearance in 2007 Zodiac and Oppenheimer,
There's
that
a
he
big
basically
difference.
was just playing himself. And it's a great note. I mean, he's a very charismatic guy, but yeah, you can only do it so many times. Like The Soloist comes to mind. The less we say about Doolittle, the better.
That was just
Yeah.
Tony Stark as Dr. Doolittle.
That's right.
Yeah, the
Doom
solo
Little now.
stuff, even back to the 90s, Only You. I loved him when he went through his time. And what was the one?
Kiss Kiss Bang
Scanner
Bang.
Darkly, Kiss Kiss Bang
Oh,
Bang.
yeah,
So
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
And then there was the end credit scene, which honestly, I'm gonna quote Ken. You can go F yourself, Marvel, if you're really because like
Yeah.
I
tried
did
to warn
appreciate it
you.
because I watched. Well, I don't have my phone on. I'm not looking at my phone. I'm not one of those a-holes.
Well, you could have like, when the credits started rolling, check real quick for the messages.
Oh no,
Is
I'm
that-
having rigorous discussions with everyone around me
Rigorous.
about everything that just happened. I'm yelling at them. Blah blah blah. What do you think about it?
That's
We
funny.
went 5 strong. I had everybody to yell at.
Oh yeah.
Yell
Yeah.
my
That's why
opinions at you.
That's why you bring your entourage, just so that you can yell at them.
Everybody, shut up.
Yeah, I
I
don't
have
think
things
there's
to say.
yeah, I don't think there's any denying that the second post credit scene was very inconsequential, but I still smiled. I thought it was fun to see the animated version of Paul Walter Hauser's Mole Man. I recognized Diablo for a second, so if there anybody that's playing, the fantasy draft, I do believe you get points for Diablo with that appearance, if I'm not mistaken. So
Wow.
I'm a little bit sad that we didn't get an actual John Malkovich Red Ghost. Like we had
Where
him in the
was
trailer.
that? I thought wasn't he supposed to be in this movie?
He was in the trailer.
the news came out about a week ago. Matt Shackman acknowledged that they cut his scene, and we were kind of speculating on a couple of different podcasts. And Bill Bria, your co-host on Bill and Ash's
Who?
Terror Theater, obviously.
Who?
Who's that? Yeah, never heard of him.
Bill who?
He got to see the movie before the rest of us, and he was very considerate about not spoiling things. But he kind of confirmed for me that they probably got rid of the character just because if you're going to have him in the opening montage, and people are going to be like, "Oh, that's John Malkovich, I know him." And then to have him not pop up in the rest of the movie, it would have been like, for casual people, it would have been like, oh, well, why'd you have him in there? He's just distracting ultimately, which I would have loved to see him. I would have loved to see more of everybody ultimately.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
we got to cater to the casuals as well.
Boo.
Sure.
His voice
Sure.
turns me out. You sound exactly like this. I sound nothing like this.
Well, with that in mind too, like in terms of like catering to the casuals a little bit, and that was the big conceit going into this movie. And I kind of knew it's like, hey, you don't have to do any quote unquote homework, right? But as a diehard fan of the MCU, I kind of like the homework sometimes. And I did find myself just wanting, like, I appreciate how consolidated and self-contained this is, but I would have liked just a couple of hints to like the larger universe. And even I'll just go out and say it, like, I think not doing the opening fanfare every time they've not done it, I think it's a mistake. Even if
I
you're
didn't
trying to
even
say,
notice, to be honest.
it always just it just disappoints me ever so slightly whenever they start. I'm like, oh, I wanted the fanfare just to
My
give me that
IMAX
extra,
had like a Fantastic Four opening, so I think that's why I didn't even notice that they didn't do the
Oh,
fanfare.
Okay, okay.
Well, maybe they were really
yeah,
trying to lean into it's a different universe. It's not our
It's
universe.
a different universe.
It's a different
That
story.
fanfare is only for the 616.
Yeah.
Mm.
But we know that they're going to join eventually. It's like we knew Sue wasn't going to be dead because we know she's in Doomsday. We know they're all going to show up in
Again,
Doomsday.
so
Like,
now would be the time to drop the cast for Doomsday. The same way that they changed all the
Yeah.
posters to New Avengers after the Thunderbolts. Like, hold on to your.
yeah, they
I'm
definitely
just
jumped the
sorry.
gun.
Too many excellence. I just like do better, Marvel. You didn't need to do what you did. You didn't need to tell us that Tony Stark was going to be doomed so early. If imagine
Years early.
no, the freak out you would have had at the end of this scene if you saw the green cloak just sitting there and we had no idea that the next movie in a year and a half was going to be Doomsday. Just think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or think of the freak out that we would have had.
Lonely
if,
Island song
If
is
we
the
get
explicit I'm thinking of.
if think of the freak out that we would have had if we got Green Cloak and then like he turns to camera and it's RDJ. We're
Oh
like,
yeah.
what?
Lost it.
Oh,
Yeah.
we would with no context. See, oh my god.
Yeah, with no
Let me work in
context
your
to it.
marketing, Marvel. I will help you.
And yeah, and I really don't mean to be too negative on the movie because I do have to just underpin again. I really
This
did
negative
enjoy
Nancy
it. Like,
over here. I'm just kidding.
I had a big fat smile on my face. It really did succeed in more ways than not, and I think I think this is what it did. It set up a good foundation for the future,
Mhm.
but there wasn't
A
enough
future
future
foundation.
foundation for me. If
There you
that
go.
I'm
makes
with
sense.
you.
And it's
I
like,
guess.
yeah,
But
just
so this was also think about the weight that they had on their shoulders with this Fantastic Four movie. You couldn't
sure. Yeah.
You needed it to be a standalone because you're
Yeah.
bringing people in who maybe only watch that and they don't give a shit about anything else that's going on with Marvel, and we're competing against the Superman movie. I thought they did a really good job of
Yeah.
making it a contained thing when you had to. You had to be
Yeah.
so careful with what you were doing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's a big
I
part of it.
agree
That's
with
a
you, but I
solid
do
point.
see why they were scared.
But yeah, and I think you're totally right. But even just like small things that wouldn't have done anything to casual people, but for people like us, like even if just like in his mathematic equations, like Reed made a reference to the Council of Reeds, like I cross-referenced my formulas with another version of myself, like just something like that would have been taking it over
Well,
the
I
edge.
feel
for
like
me.
all of us knowing who and what Franklin Richards was from the second that they said she was pregnant is kind of
Mm,
like the ultimate Easter egg for
yeah,
comic book fans.
that's fair.
They gave us a little, but I agree. They could have given a little bit more to the diehards, but they had to tread lightly because my
Yeah.
goodness.
It was a delicate balance that they had to strike because like it's not just that you're fighting against Superman on, this opening weekend, or not, you're trying to dethrone Superman, right?
Mhm.
There's also you've got three other movies that have been labeled Fantastic Four and just absolutely panned by everyone. So like,
Everybody had to be liked. The story had
yeah,
to move forward, and everybody
had
has
to
to be
hit-
on
Yeah.
board.
they had to
Yeah.
hit everything at the highest level. So like there's no room for, a bunch of teensy Easter eggs that
Oh, sure.
may
Yeah,
or may
yeah.
not be liked. I would have loved it.
You were
'Cause
in that writing room in the back, like, but what about if we just, and they were like, we can't.
can we at least have
Yeah.
Giganto? Can you show me Giganto?
Fine.
And they're like, I will give
One
you
second.
Giganto. God.
1 second, okay? Put it on the budget. Take the budget away from the baby.
Yeah. You're sacrificing Franklin. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Renesmee 2.0 is fine.
You thought about it. You thought,
You thought about it. I didn't think. Yeah, I thought about it.
All right.
He's like, but that I didn't say it though. But I didn't say it.
Right.
Just because it entered doesn't mean it came out. So like, you can't get okay. A lot of things go through my head. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I really was. I just have to say it again. I really was endeared and charmed by their
Liar.
romance. Like,
No.
you lie. Do you have
Liar.
anybody tagging us in the YouTube chat? Any?
I think people have been trying, but it hasn't been working for
Andre
them.
Sparks says, I think due to Franklin being a cosmic power, love will definitely sense him, and that's how we will get Thor back to Earth.
Yeah.
And then who knows if Doom gets her powers too. They did have the same
Ooh,
eyes.
They did. They had that cosmic stare.
Yeah. In the comics, when Franklin gets a little bit older through some time dilation and various misadventures, he takes on the moniker Powerhouse. So just thinking about love and Powerhouse, what a power couple that could be.
Powerhouse couple. But tis.
Oh,
Way back before we got started recording, Guinness Lumberjack said, I think Sue's my new MCU crush.
she's hot.
She's
Oh, yeah.
She looks great.
She looked fantastic.
All that pregnant fashion, I was here for it. I was like, look how cute she looks in her little outfit. He made her a little bell skirt.
That's
Any
that is-
hot takes on the hair?
So I do love, and as I always say, they not tell time with the women's hair in these movies, because
really
when we
do.
jump back, she had the short bob and then we got it down.
Right.
Looks great. I think she's got a couple wefts in there, but I think she's always very blonde in most of her movies. So I would say it's mostly real.
all right.
Johnny Storms is bleached to hell. Just gotta throw it.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think they really bleached his little poor hair.
His poor hair. The one of the things that I was driving home thinking about it after this was like, why was all of Johnny's clothing okay? And then I was like, no, of course, it's 4 years in. Reed would have developed all the
Flame retardant clothes.
like he would have created like a whole wardrobe for Johnny of just like
Sure.
things that don't burn, and things that stretch. Like, of course, it's 4 years in. Of course he would. Of course he would.
That we're skipping
Like a-
all that, baby. Let's just
Yeah.
jump forward. See, that's the stuff I don't care about seeing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The-
I agree.
Well,
They did a great
uh,
job with the beginning pacing. I agree with you, Jay Scotty, about the end. It does feel like Ken was like, why didn't like they have a conversation with Galactus when he got there? I was like, I don't know. He was zoned in on that baby. He was like, well, don't you think there would have been like an interesting, like, I'm here. Are you going to give me the baby? No, we're not. Or yeah,
have
we
you
are.
had time to think
They just
about
left
it?
the baby out in the middle of the street, assuming that Galactus would know that that meant it was coming to get him in the middle of Times Square. There was no like conversation.
Yeah. It's
Like,
fair.
yes, we give you our baby.
Oink.
Was that the wrong eye? I don't know.
I used my wrong eye again.
Looks like TV and movie guy says, what different powers does Galactus have when he changes his eyes? That's a good call. So the blue is like a scanning, information seeking.
Baby scanner.
Kind of makes him like
Power scanner.
Monica a little bit. Her, the color of her
Oh,
eyes
yeah.
is indicative of what power she's tapping into. That's interesting. I didn't make that connection.
Monica.
Very purple.
Monica Rambeau.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ, Jeff.
My bad. There's been so many super things, and she hasn't been in them.
How many are
Not for a
named
while.
Monica?
I don't know. For some reason, I was like, that's probably in that Megan movie.
Oh my God. They had a Megan cocktail at my movie theater, and I was like, that is sugar. That
They
is all
have-
sugar.
I have a Megan popcorn
Awful.
bucket that is like you're reaching into her torso to eat.
Oh.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
I didn't see anybody with any Galactus popcorn buckets.
I saw one
saw
person
some at
with
mine.
the
I was
giant
tempted,
thing.
but
80
yeah,
bucks
I didn't,
or something?
I didn't
That's
think the
wild.
quality was there for $80. Just
No.
looking at it's like this.
I
thing is
wanted it
They're
two
never going to
colors.
recreate the Dune bucket. I wish they would just stop. I get it. And I know that they're taking so much of your money, just kidding. And I'm so sorry. But like
No,
the Dune
I'm
house.
actually not being
I've
able
cut
to get the
myself
Deadpool
off.
and Wolverine popcorn bucket was probably the best thing to happen to my wallet.
It
because
ended the addiction.
Once I didn't get that one, it's like, okay, now I don't have to keep chasing this high anymore.
Trying to get that Dune bucket again. Just one more. Just
like
one more and I'll get it.
More kernels out of here.
Nothing
Where's
like
that?
the Dune bucket. And it'll never be anything like the Dune bucket because
I
they
don't
didn't
know.
know what they were doing.
I really liked the Red Guardian helmet from Thunderbolts.
Sure.
Like the Red Guardian helmet. It looked like it was a popcorn bucket topper, but I was like, you just flip that bitch over and it's a popcorn bucket. Like it's a head bucket until you flip it over and then it's a popcorn bucket. Like, come on.
Oof, my
That's-
dude says, what do we think Franklin's role will be in Secret Wars?
Mm,
I
I'm
hope
not allowed to say. Ashley told me not to.
I mean, you could
Well, at this point, it's like,
we're in spoilers. Just
Yeah,
do
if you're
spoilers 3, 2,
super-
1 if you don't want to
super-
know.
yeah, if you're super precious about potential spoilers about Secret Wars, this is your cue.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, well, so Franklin like undid all of it and just kind of created a new universe for them to go off and explore. Like, we're just gonna go that way into the multiverse now, and here's everything set back to normal-ish, but like the Ultimate Universe and the 616 were, and like a few others were just kind of merged into the all new, all different line. And then Franklin was just like, let's go have fun in that thing I just made. Bye.
Bye.
So like he's kind of the ultimate weapon to reset everything.
Mm.
He could be the tool that gets used to like recast people
Sure.
because he creates
There's
new
a
version of the
reason why
universe.
they jumped in with Fantastic Four, bringing him in pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And we'll see what that is.
Yeah, between I'll try to avoid spoilers as much as I can, and I'm not a Secret Wars like expert or aficionado by any means, but I know between Molecule Man and the Beyonder, there are two sources of power that
Mhm.
Doom could potentially being tried to tap into. So I think between Franklin and then looking at Bob from Thunderbolt Century, I think those are probably our likely candidates for either conduits or sources of power for Doom and his battle world that he wants to create.
Hmm.
I wouldn't even be surprised if they pull Riri in.
Riri? Oh yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there were some I haven't had the chance to go through them with a fine-tooth comb to be able to confirm their validity, but it did look like it was Variety reporting it, which is pretty reputable. But I think they were saying like Sacha Baron Cohen is like confirmed to be coming back to the MCU in like a pretty significant role, and he was like showing off the physique for it. So yeah,
He's like, I got that Marvel shape. Brr. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And in the comics, Franklin kills Mephisto.
ooh,
So, like,
Franklin kills a lot of people.
let that sink in. I'm just
Wasn't
got-
Agatha Franklin's nanny? Oh no, that's the
yes.
twins. Or
That
am I
was-
not wrong? Isn't she Franklin's
No,
nanny
she
after
was.
the
That,
twins?
her very first appearance was in a Fantastic Four comic. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she was Franklin's nanny for a bit. I think she watched over the twins for a. Or no, she was.
that was the cow that watched over
She was
the
there
twins.
for Master Pandemonium's trickery. Yeah, she was.
Yeah. I thought there was like a cow lady on Wondagore who took care of the kids.
Oh,
No? I make that
I
up?
don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I wouldn't
Gotta
put
go
it past
back and
Marvel.
read it again.
Yeah.
We our subscription to Marvel Unlimited just re-upped, so uh every time I get that email, I'm reminded like, oh yeah, right, comics. I have to read. I have to read so many. I'm so behind.
All right. Let's start winding this down, wrapping this up, putting her to bed because mama's
Okay.
tired.
All right,
Yeah.
Any final thoughts that you just have to get out there as far as an instant first reaction to this movie goes?
They did it. I'm
Yeah.
happy.
I'm
I'm
happy with it.
satisfied. I liked it better than Superman. I really liked it.
Ooh, shots fired.
I did. I did. It was a more complete story. Sorry. Bleh.
Yeah.
Come after me. Bleh.
Don't at me. Bleh.
It's a Marvel podcast. Bleh. What do you think? I'm going to say.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
Fair and accurate assessment that I can get behind.
I knew every character's name.
I haven't seen the Superman movie yet, so
Ooh,
you know,
that is in keeping.
yeah.
Well,
This is the way. Oh no, wait, different Pedro Pascal film.
there's so many Pedro Pascals. This is a top Pedro Pascal for me. I know
Oh, yeah.
it'll shock people, but I'm not as much on the train as everybody is about him. I loved him in Game of Thrones, and I love
Yeah.
the idea of him as the Mandalorian because I mean, you don't really see him. I know it's his voice, and I know it's not him doing the body motions, and I'm really
Yes.
into the
It's
actual
Lateef Crowder.
Mandalorian. So whoever that guy is, he can call me.
Lateef Crowder is who that is.
Yeah, he looks great.
He's a stuntman.
This was the
And-
first thing I really like. 84 Wonder Woman. We talked about it. Not great. This was something that
yeah.
I felt like him not playing Pedro Pascal, if that makes sense, and I really liked it.
Sure.
Besides, what was the Nicolas Cage movie? The Great Weight of Being Famous or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the unbearable weight of massive talent.
That was when I was
Yeah.
like, see, do that more. And this is the
Yeah.
first time I've seen him do that since then. So I'm happy to see my Pedro back from,
Yeah.
Buffy times and Game of Thrones.
I actually agree with you. He was not my first choice, but it's hard to count him out. He delivers every single time, and he did here. And I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see more of him. I'm excited to see more of all of them. So again,
Yeah.
that's where this movie was super successful. It was a huge send up for these characters, and definitely has me itching to not only see the movie again, but to see the characters in the future of the MCU.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing more of these characters because I'm not done with them. I'm not done with them yet.
Oh, don't worry, honey. Neither is Marvel.
Neither is Marvel. So, thank you everyone so much for joining us on this first reaction episode. We'll have more reactions to come. We'll have feedback. Send us that email feedback at mcucast@gmail.com. Post in the Facebook group. tweet at us, Instagram things. I don't know. Like, just
Send your feedback to MCUcast
send your
at
feedback in the ways that
gmail.com
you've always
and
sent
let
it.
us know what you guys thought. Did you love it? Does it, upset you? Are you filled? Is that it?
Do you feel
Yeah.
full
Full
and
and
filled?
filled?
That's right.
So full, so filled?
So full.
That's,
So filled.
that's a bad plan. I hate that plan. Sorry.
And sure, Matthew Carroll's going to try and see this thing as soon as he can. So look forward to his thoughts coming sooner rather than later. And
Yeah. Oh, and Scotty, where can people find more of you and your lovely, soothing voice?
most weeks you can catch me over on Multiverse News. So please check it out. We'll be talking a lot about not only the Fantastic Four, but also Superman and how, these two movies could potentially be duking it out at the box office. It'll be a lot of fun.
That sounds stellar. Ashley, you
I am literally all over the network right now. Are you into
Yeah.
Scottish fantasy? You can catch me over on Always Watching. We're about to start Sandman again if you're into gothic fantasy. The first half of the season is on Always Watching, and we're starting this Sunday with the next one. Horror, you can catch me on Bill and Ashley's Terror Theater. And, I guess
etc. and
that's
so
it.
forth.
I guess that's it. Just, I'm around.
Yeah, and I'm over here like, this is the first podcast I've done in like 3 weeks. It's good to see you guys again. Thank you so much. And as always, what does Matt always say? Something about peace?
I'll do it. Peace.
Until next time, true believers.
Fantastic
Oh.
Four.
And stop.
All right, and I'm stopping my recording.
All right.
Export.
All right.
Sent
Thanks for hanging out,
Matt's-
chat.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. We got to text it in.
Yeah, Matt, I sent him a message, so hopefully he
Yeah.
sees it and can close out the stream
Hey,
here
Scotty, I'm so
shortly.
that went very long. Enjoy this very long edit.
yeah,
I'm
how
so
long did we
sorry.
go for?
It
Let me
was a
see.
bit. It was a bit.
Oh, it's not too bad.
No.
No, I mean that's typically how long we go on Multiverse News, so yeah, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, y'all are talkers.
Yeah.
That's,
What?
It's true.
that's true.
You said true words there, and they just happen to be funny, and that's fine.
Yeah, so we're going into, if you're still with us in the YouTube chat, just because Matt's going to be hopping in here to close things down. I don't think he's going to be looking super closely at the chat, but just
Yeah.
if you could avoid
No, it's pretty
spoilers
good.
for
It's
him.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no more spoilers in case Matt. Okay, Matt's coming. No more spoilers, chat. They did a good
No
job.
more
They did a good
spoilers.
job.
No more spoilers.
Hey guys, how's it going? How's
Hey,
It's
buddy.
the
going.
show?
Welcome back.
Thank you. How are all the spoilers and such?
They were spoiled.
So
Oh, so
spoilery.
Spoilerific.
I feel spoiled.
Spoilerific.
Like in a good
True.
way, like a child that
Yeah.
got like
Yeah.
a lot of shit for Christmas.
I feel like a
That's
child
awesome.
that got everything that I have ever wanted.
I am so glad. Well, thanks. I guess.
And also, the movie was really good.
Oh, good. Well, all right. I guess we're
forward to
shutting
that.
down the YouTube. Bye, YouTube. We love you.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Thanks for being here.
Bye.
Bye. I'm too tired.
Thanks for coming out.
Recording
Y'all come
stopped.
back now here.